What's up everybody, Andrew again, back with another video. Today we're going to do a quick overview of the Air Down Gear Up sleeping platform and drawer system. This is their premier package, so it comes with the two slide out drawers. It also has the flip over sleeping platform, which we'll get into here in a little bit. And this one, I also have the optional slide out table. So with that being said, let's go ahead and break down what I think are some of the benefits and some of the key highlight features of this system. Let's get into it. All right, there's a few main key points that I want to go over with this system. First of all, how secure this system is going to be inside of your vehicle. Air Down Gear Up, they use big aluminum bars, two of them, one in the front of the system and one in the back of the system. And these aluminum bars are essentially tie downs for the whole system. These two aluminum bars bolt directly into the factory GX D-rings where they used to have the cargo tie downs. So it's essentially directed directly to the frame. And so this isn't going to be going anywhere. It's super solid. Another thing I'd like to go over is the materials that these guys use for their drawer systems. So like I said, we got that aluminum bar that ties the whole system down. The framing is essentially just extruded aluminum. So it's super lightweight, but super strong. This plywood you see here for this whole section is a birch plywood. It's already pre-finished, so it's already super smooth. Don't have to do anything to it. You're not gonna snag or catch anything on unfinished plywood. The faces of these are an HDPE plastic, so they're super strong, super lightweight. They CNC cut and route everything in-house. So all the drawer faces are cut and beveled using their CNC machinery. They do have locks here. So the drawers do lock in the closed position and then again in the open position. Both of them have that. These are full length ball bearing slides, super heavy duty, some of the thickest I've seen on any other platform. Their attention to detail is pretty great. I mean, they could make this just a piece of metal, you know, but why not cut some mountains into it, put their logo on it. It's the little things like that that kind of set these guys apart from anybody else. That aluminum on the siding there you saw was to hold the slide out table, which could be mounted on either drawer. So there's modularity to this whole system, right? So everything you need, you can kind of configure it to how you want it and how it best fits your needs. I've seen on some of their posts on Instagram and stuff that people have actually done like a 30 or 70% seat delete. So in that way, 70% or 30% of the back seat's taken out, and then the platform is just always extended. So there's many options that you can go with through these guys. This table is made of Richlight, which is a product they say commonly found in like commercial kitchens and stuff. So you can put hot stuff on here. I'm not sure exactly how hot. If I find out, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. But there is no legs, but it holds a fair bit of weight. I wouldn't put, you know, a 5-gallon pot of water trying to boil on this, but it can hold a fair bit amount of weight and take a lot of heat. It is just compression locked in there. So there's just a little detent that it latches, and it doesn't make any noise, so it's not rattling in there when you're driving down the street. The other drawer is just the same thing. So it locks in the open position, and then you just push your little unlock here. So those two drawers work the same. And like I said, the table can be moved to either side, so it's pretty versatile. Let's get a closer look, and I'll kind of go over some more of the finer things inside the vehicle, and we'll show how to deploy the sleeping platform, which is super quick. And you don't have to take the second row seat out, but to get the drawers in, I know most of us who drive GXs at least, we already take the third row seat out. So I guess that's not too big of a deal, but just so you know, the third row does have to be removed for this to be installed. But let's take a look at how we deploy the sleeper system and go from there. So the first step we're gonna do to start deploying this sleeping system is to fold the second row seats down. So if you haven't done that before, it's pretty simple. There's just a lever on each side of the seat and the back will come up. Sometimes the whole seat will fold another forward position. Just make sure it's locked and this just the back half is folded down. So with that, we're just gonna be able to fold this whole platform over the top. So we kind of just grab it. Mainly just put your seat forward. So once you clear enough space from the front seats so that this doesn't hit, then the platform is essentially made. It's that simple. There's little rubber stoppers here to just keep it from banging around when you're traveling. But yeah, this would be the whole sleeping system. So then you'd put, you know, your air mattress or whatever else you want. It just rests on the seat backs, so there is some kind of wobble to it. The way I'm gonna be sleeping in it is with my head towards the barn door or the back opening where the platform is super stable, so I don't feel much movement. And then also because that's where most of the weight is gonna be. And then I'll leave my legs and feet on this side where it moves a little bit more, but I think that's gonna be the most optimum way. Just want to give you guys a slightly different angle. We have the sleeper system already deployed, if you will. So I'll show you how we close it and how easy it is to reopen it. So literally there's 2 hinges in the system here. So you kind of have some handles that they have cut in. And you kind of just feed it over the top. It's that simple. I mean, it's stowed and ready to go. You can put stuff open. They leave the cutouts for these D-rings that they have in here, which is super helpful. It keeps the cooler in my water jug from rolling around when I'm on the trail getting to and from camp. It's super cool. They actually 3D print these pieces. I'll overlay some footage of it here, but yeah, they 3D print these D-ring locks so that the D-rings themselves aren't bouncing around and rattling. They kind of thought of it all. But the system is super comfortable and super easy to set up. The platform is almost perfectly flat, which is super nice. There is a slight incline to this side, so uphill to downhill, but it's not too noticeable. So again, let me show you how we deploy the system. It's super easy. Kind of just grab a piece, hinges itself here, fold back over, and the system is fully deployed and ready to be used, ready for you to put whatever you need on top. Super simple. All right, one more thing I want to touch base on some of the design feature. They have these side wings, which are super nice. Kind of just maximizes more of the space on the back side of the platform. But they allow it to be still opened, which is super nice. So you can kind of just stuff some stuff in there. I mean, we can put sleeping bags on the side. You could, once everything is deployed, the thing I thought about doing was using them kind of as like shoe storage. So when you get in, you can just tuck them in there and the shoes are always right there. You don't have to leave them outside or put them anywhere else. They're just quick and easy access. So that's a super nice feature. So for the most part, I plan on sleeping with my head on this end and my feet on that end. And here's where these wings come into play again, and the design becomes super nice. Because the sleeping mat I have fits pretty much exactly to where these piano hinges are for the sides. The side things become more of a table, so you can put your phone, kind of whatever you need, quick access grabbed. They become like the little nightstand tables, kind of. On the other end down there, once the platform drops off, it's kind of just by the door, and there's nothing really to place anything anywhere. So I think this, with this head orientation to this side, is the most beneficial and the most usable. All right, guys, so to complete the sleeping system here, ExPed sent me some stuff to test out. So we're gonna go ahead and get their Duo Mat 10 kind of laid out on this and show you how well it fits. ExPed they use some great materials. Like the top is super soft. Their construction of the way that the air is dispersed inside lets it not taper off air pressure wise towards the edges, so you get kind of edge to edge pressure, and equal pressure I should say, edge to edge. So we're gonna go ahead and set this up and see how it looks inside on top of the air down gear up system. So the mattress does come with its own kind of quick pump. It is self-inflating. It does take a little bit. I'm a very impatient person, so I don't ever let anything self-inflate. So they have their little pump. They also sell, I think they call it their Widget pump, which is this little guy here. It could also become kind of hard to see, but it's also a lantern. So we're gonna be testing out both. I think this is good for their MegaPillow, which is in this pouch here. So I'll fill up the MegaPillow with that, and probably the mattress with their little Widget pump. So the mattress itself comes in this nice roll top bag, so you're not trying to stuff it in something that only a factory machine can get in. Nice. It does come with a little repair kit included. And so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna unroll this, open it up. So on the end here, they have an inflate valve and a deflate valve. So the deflate valve is super big, helps get the air out so you can try and get it back in the stuff sack. So to inflate, I mean, really, technically it is self-inflating. As soon as you open it, the foam kind of starts pulling in air, so it kind of self-inflates. That takes way too long for me. So they come with this little Widget pump. There's just a little nozzle here that you can attach. It kind of clips into the fill nozzle here. So as you can see, it kind of just presses into it. And there is two modes. There is what they call the quiet mode and a regular mode. So if you hold the button, turns the fan on to its quiet mode. I'm sure it doesn't pump as much air this way. But if you just double click, it goes to the normal or louder mode. Once the mattress reaches its desired firmness, you kind of just turn the pump off, pull the whole pump out, and it already seals. You don't have to try and rush to get something closed, because I know there's always a pain with some of these. Just close the valve, and then the mattress is ready to go. So like I was saying earlier, this mattress fits almost perfectly from piano hinge to piano hinge. It's also the exact length I need for it to basically touch the seats up there. So it's about as big as it can fit and to be usable inside the rig. So now that we got the sleeper system opened up, the mattress on top, it's not fully ready to be slept in yet. We got sleeping bags and other things like that, but I just want to quickly go over some notes and some of the dimensions of the sleeping system, so you can kind of get an idea of how this would look and feel inside of your own rig. So the height of the system here from the deck to the top is 11 and 7/8 inches, so almost a foot tall. When you have the top portion of the sleeper system folded back onto itself, that comes to 12 and 5/8 of an inch, so a little over a foot tall. When we have the drawers open here, so with the drawers open, the interior width, so from this side to this side, is 15 1/4 inch, and that's from the inside to the inside. So that's the width, and that's for both drawers. The length of the drawers when they're fully extended is about 3 feet. The drawer depth, how deep that goes, let's see. The drawer depth is about 7 3/4 of an inch. So almost 8 inches deep. So there is plenty of room to fit a lot of stuff in there, some bigger things. The slide out table, if you get this option, it is optional. The slide out table itself is 23 3/4, so almost 2 feet long when it's fully slid out. Let's see, the platform width, not including the wings, because I don't count those necessarily as usable space to sleep on. That'll go basically flush to the walls, but the sleeping platform from that piano hinge essentially to this piano hinge where this mattress would sit, the sleeping platform width is about 42 inches wide. And then when everything is open and ready to be used, the full length from about the end here to the end on that end is, let's see, 71 5/8 inches, so almost 72 inches in length and 42 inches wide. So I guess talking about some headroom, the lowest spot, granted I have one of the atrocious 90s, early 2000s drop down DVD player that is garbage. But from that spot to the mattress, or not to the mattress, to the top of the platform, I should say, is about 26 inches. So there's not a lot of room to sit up. I guess if you're realistically over 6 foot, you wouldn't be sleeping in the car like this anyway, maybe diagonally. So I guess maybe not too much of a deal, but it is kind of hard. You kind of have to hunch a little bit over when you're trying to sit up in the vehicle with everything installed. Let's see, the highest point, which is kind of towards the middle, where the roof line kind of goes up a little bit more, that sits at about 30 inches. So you gain about 4 inches at the highest spot. So take that into consideration. And then I guess from the platform deck to the top of here, the opening, that is about 27 inches also. So I mean, there's enough room to crawl in at least, but for the most part, you're not sitting up in the vehicle. If you have any other questions on dimensions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll make sure and get to any of those questions that you may still have. I'm gonna finish setting up the sleeping platform, get the sleeping bag and stuff that I have in here, and we'll look at it then. All right, so now we got the mat in, and now we got the sleeping bag. The sleeping bag is from ExPed as well. This is kind of a warmer, maybe 3-season bag, definitely not a 4-season bag. I think it's called the MegaSleep Duo. Okay, so it's about the exact size for the Mega Mat 10. The 10 really just stands for 10 centimeters or 4 inches. So you get about 4 inches of cushion, I suppose. So with this darker blue side, so this is a double bag, first of all. It's kind of a 4-in-1 is what they call it. So the dark blue side is for colder nights, down to about 25 degrees. The other side is this lighter blue, and you flip the whole thing over, put the lighter blue on top, it changes the rating to more of a summer bag, which is rated to about 40 degrees. The whole thing can be unzipped all the way, and so you can almost use this as like a camp blanket or quilt if you unzip the whole thing. Either side, I suppose, and then each bag, I guess I should say each half, so this dark blue half and this light blue half, like I said, can be zipped all the way apart from each other, unzipped apart from each other, and each one can then become its own individual bag for the ratings of each side. So this would be the 25 and this would be the 40. So this sleeping bag is super cool. I'm gonna be trying it out tonight at least, and it's gonna be a pretty great system, I think. Okay, last but not least, ExPed has sent the MegaPillow for me to try out. It's gonna be quite nice actually. Packs down pretty small. Getting it back into this bag will be interesting. But I've had some Climate branded pillows in the past that, you know, were just plasticky on the outside. They weren't necessarily all that comfortable, but I mean, just the size alone of this thing is gonna be sweet. Comes with that same style inflate and deflate nozzle opening port, whatever. So you could use that little Widget air pump, or like I said, I was gonna try and do, if I remember where I put anything, minus my mind, because that's always gone too. Okay, So this is the pump that comes with the mattress. This is kind of just, they say to top it off to get you an extra little bit of firmness if you really needed it, because like I said, it's self-inflating. But I'm gonna try, since this isn't self-inflating, I'm gonna use the mattress pump to pump this up. You could use their Widget pump too. I just wanna see how good this thing works. So just like the Widget pump, it snaps right in, so you don't have to worry about trying to hold it in there. And then you kind of just squeeze the pump here. Yeah, and then you just pump it up to your desired firmness, and then just remove the pump. Then just close the fill valve opening. And there's the pillow. It does come with these little rings. They say that you can attach it down to the mattress if you needed to. But that's pretty much the sleeping system in a nutshell in its entirety. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a sleep and test it out. Should be pretty great. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Whether it's over the sleeping system, like drawers and platform from Air Down Gear Up, or any questions on the actual mattress, sleeping bag, pillow, whatever it may be. With that being said, we're out here in the outdoors. I don't really want to make any more videos. I'm gonna go enjoy my camping time just like you guys should. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one.